Hello and welcome to a patch report. Today we're going to be covering Jupiter Hell's 0.9.2 Vision update. Jupiter Hell is currently available in early access on Steam and Good Old Games. Links are available in the description should you need them, and let's jump into it.
This must be Io, but how did I get here?
First new addition we have to Jupiter Hell is helmets, visors, and gas masks. Are you getting a sense of the theme here? It's called Vision, after all. Helmets have been finally added to Jupiter Hell. This is something that I personally have been waiting for a long time. It's been missing in the gear tree when you look at your character, in the character description, and I'm very happy to finally see helmets coming in. It's going to add a lot of diversity and stuff to armor. So, of course, we have normal helmets, we have gas masks, and we have visors. These all come in a range of qualities, as well as exotics, which have exotic traits on them. These can range from anything from seeing through walls to seeing better in the dark, which we'll get to in a minute. Overall, I think that they're a fantastic addition to the game. However, I do have some issues with it and its current implementation. Down at the bottom of the game, there is a selection where you can see your armor quality down on the bottom right of the screen, which I'm showing you now. Now, the issue with this is it doesn't show the fact that you have a helmet or what the degrading quality of your helmet. Now, you can repair items in the game using multi-tools, which is kind of an issue when that's colliding with the information that you're getting down at the bottom where it's not showing you the current quality of your helmet. I really hope that at some point we get some sort of addition to the UI or some sort of change where we can also see our helmet quality and any other future gear additions. All right, time for part 2 of the video. The second thing we have to talk about is vision. Now, up until now, vision and the distance from the player could see was hard-coded in the game. That didn't matter what level you were on. You could see the same distance, and it didn't matter about the in-game natural ambient lighting. You could see the same distance regardless. However, they've changed it, so now the tiles itself and the level itself has a set vision range. So this is also depends on what kind of visor or helmet you have on, which is kind of neat. So certain areas are darker than others, and some areas are almost completely black, where you literally can't see anything if you don't have the correct gear, which leads into something that's coming up in the future, but we'll get into that in a moment. I love this change. Anything that adds mechanical depth to different areas and strategy and gear that I need to plan out in advance is awesome, especially considering certain alternate routes are much darker than others, meaning I might or might not go into a certain area depending on what gear I currently have. And this adds a level of knowledge and exploration and learning curve, which I'm very excited about. Excellent change, guys. Now, the third and final major addition to this patch is there's 2 new special levels. These are 2 new alternate routes. These are areas that you can skip if you know where they are, or can specifically target, again, if you know where they are, what floors and what elevators you need to take in order to access them. The first one is called the Pit, which I'll show a little bit of footage of here. The Pit is a nice little area on level 4 of Europa, which is kind of a lot of fun. It has a very unique method of interacting with the enemies and unleashing their hordes on you. I like this area. I kind of wish that it was a little bit more densely packed enemy-wise, but I only found it on medium difficulty, so I don't know what it looks like on ultra violence. I found the area a little bit easy. Granted, it is pretty early in the game, but with a correctly spec'd character, it's not too difficult and has some nice loot drops, so cheers to that. And now for the second area. Well, it's redacted, and it can be found on Io, but the whereabouts on Io, I'll just leave redacted. I'm just going to say that this area is really unique and has unique mechanics versus the rest of the game. I really like it. The ambience is awesome. The drops are cool. Here's a tease. Go find it for yourself. It's on Io. Best of luck. It's a fun spot. A few other things worth noting. The 7.62 sidearm got a damage buff, and the 7.62 assault rifle got a slight range nerf, which I think is fair. I think the 7.62 assault rifle was a little bit strong, and I never found myself using the sidearm, so maybe that's why it got the damage buff. Now I actually will need to reach out and try for it. Also, EMP grenades got a large buff. In the last patch, grenades in general got a damage buff, but EMP grenades are now a hell of a lot stronger, and I noticed this when I was messing about with them today. They definitely are noticeably more useful and significantly more effective at taking out the later, especially the IO droids. Another thing I should note is drones can now fly over gaps in the map, so expect to get ambushed in certain areas with large open space. Overall, I think Jupiter Hell is in a really good place right now. There's a lot of early game and late game variety, and the game is a whole lot of fun to currently just putz away at and play. Combine that with all of the alternate routes, the different master traits, and the challenges, the game's in an excellent spot, and I can easily recommend it currently. Granted, keep in mind, I'm very biased as I just enjoy the game a whole lot. If you like this kind of video and you would like to see more stuff like this is something I'm going to be kind of teasing out with games that I feel knowledgeable enough on to be able to accurately talk about patch notes and things and changes that I like or dislike. If you'd like to see more of these, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.